Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, did you miss me? You did. I haven't vlogged for 2 nights and it has felt so strange to not vlog. It is currently 6:56 p.m. and we just got home from our marriage counseling session probably like 15 minutes ago. No, maybe 25 minutes ago, because I watched my drama video back and then posted that. And then I ordered Jet's Pizza, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited to introduce Alex to Jet's Pizza, because he's never had it before. And I had it for the first time at my cousin Caroline's house, so I'm really, really excited about that. But anyway, so that pizza should be here. It said it should be ready by 8:07, and it is, well, what did I say, 6:56? So a little bit over an hour, and it'll be here. And then I think we have 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then an episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then I love listening to, I know this is going to sound so strange, but I love when you can hear like lawnmowers in the distance in the neighborhood. Such a sound of summer, I don't know why, but anyway, well, I mean, I do know why, because the lawns need to be mowed in the summer. And then I think we have an episode of The Real Housewives of Dubai, which I was so bored of and I didn't want to watch, and now I'm kind of really into it, so I'm excited to watch that. And I don't know if we'll watch all of those tonight or if we'll just get caught up on 1 or 2. I'm sure at some point I'll want to lay down and rest my eyes for a little bit. So anyway, did you miss me? Like I said, I missed you. I missed you guys. I was going to try to get everything done, and I just was like, I just can't push myself to do this. On Friday night, we were just like running around getting stuff done, and so before I knew it, like with packing and doing laundry and everything, I was like, oh my god, it's like almost 10:30 and I have to be in bed early. And so I was like, I'm not going to push it on trying to get the vlog done tonight to put up on Saturday. And then, so I didn't have anything for Saturday. And then on Sunday when we came back, I thought we would end up leaving. I didn't know what time our brunch reservations were at, and they ended up being at 1, which was 2 o'clock our time, and we were there for like an hour and a half. And then we got caught in construction traffic. No. There was construction traffic, I think, at one point, and then an overturned semi at another point that had gone like off the road into the woods. And so we were stuck in like just gridlock traffic for a while. And we didn't get in till like after 7:30, and I was so tired from just being in the car and stuff that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take another night, and I know they'll understand, so thank you for understanding. And I posted something on my community tab, and so many people were just really awesome about it, and were like, take as much time as you need, enjoy your night. So anyway, so Friday night I went to bed early. I had a really hard time falling asleep that early. I was kind of like a little bit like a kid before Christmas. I was really excited to go out of town, and so I was having such a hard time falling asleep. And I was kind of like up and down and whatever. I keep on hitting this table. So we got up early on Saturday. Alex took the dog to the kennel, so I could finish my stuff, because I went to bed and like hadn't finished my stuff because my laundry wasn't done until late and whatever. So then he came home, and we took showers and got ready, and our friends got here about 11:15, I think, to pick us up. And so we were on the road we were on the road again by about 11 o'clock, and stopped at the gas station and got fountain pops and all candy and all that kind of stuff. It was fun. And Friday night I bought my magazines that I wanted. I bought like a Star magazine, a People magazine, and then I got like Indianapolis Monthly. And then also this Indianapolis Monthly special edition that's like 10 great places off the road to visit in Indiana, because I thought they might be fun little like weekend trips for Alex and I to take. And so that was kind of the weekend joke, was my magazines that I brought, because everybody was like, are you reading your magazines? So we got into Chicago, because we lose an hour going to Chicago. So we got into Chicago. We got there early. We got there at like, so let's see, 11, it would have been 10 hour time. Yeah, we got there before 2 o'clock. And our rooms were ready. We stayed at I keep on saying the 23. We stayed at the 21C Museum Hotel, which we had stayed at in Louisville, Kentucky. And so the hotel is interesting because the first 2 floors, they have an actual museum in there. And the exhibit that they were showing right now was called like Pop Culture and Society or something. So they had a lot of pictures that had to do with like pop culture. Like they had this, I put it on my Instagram story, some of it. They had, I'm trying to be more active on my Instagram story. They had a picture of like Lady Gaga, and but she was like in this Renaissance gown. And then they had this mirror. I didn't know what it was. Alex like read the whole thing. Hey, are you taking your grandma something?
Yeah, I went to clip her toenails. That's always fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dutiful granddaughter.
Yeah.
She went to go clip her grandma's toenails. Anyway, so then they have this like mirror, and it was apparently like an etching of like, or a painting of like Paris Hilton, and it had all these sayings that she says on it. So anyway, but it was real cool. But I have to tell you what was so funny was, I've never realized this before. When we've stayed at the 21C in Louisville, like, we stayed there more than, we've stayed there at least twice. And I think, we stayed there twice? I feel like we've stayed there at least twice. And, but we looked at several hotels in Chicago, and we kind of like went back and forth with our friends trying to decide like what hotel we wanted to stay at. And so when we were, when I got home, like I had my, like the bill emailed to me, and I was like looking over it last night, and there was like it was like a $20 surcharge, and it was called like the cultural fee. They charge you $20 just to like look at the museum pieces, which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, so we were going up there specifically just to see Swedish House Mafia at United Center. And another couple, Alex knew the wife. I'd never met the husband or the wife. This other couple that was friends with our friends that we went up with, they were going to see them in Texas, but they had gotten like married like 2 years before, and this guy that's like a DJ in Chicago and his girlfriend were at the wedding. They were like the DJs at the wedding. They had gotten married in Italy, and so he was opening for Swedish House Mafia at Tao, the nightclub in Chicago, after they performed at the United Center. And so they wanted to see their friend DJ, and they also wanted to see Swedish House Mafia with us. And so they like canceled their trip to Texas to see them, and they came up to Chicago. They stayed at the same hotel as us. So we all went out to dinner last night, and we went to dinner in the hotel, and it was called the Lure. It was seafood. I don't know what it was. It was like oysters and lobster tail steak and stuff like that. It's always those kind of restaurants that we go to that have lots of fish and steak on the menu. But we actually got this appetizer because our friends got it, and they got it with like protein on it, like fish on it, and it was crispy sushi rice. But Alex asked if we could get like just vegetables on it, and so the chef put like avocado on top of it, and it was fantastic. It was really good. And then both Alex and I got truffle fries. And when we came back, because when we checked in, and then our friend wanted to go to Zara, and Alex loves Zara, so we walked down to Zara on Michigan Avenue, and then his wife needed to get something from a Walgreens, so we walked across the street to Walgreens, which was kind of fun to walk around in downtown Chicago. So we went into Zara for a while, and then when we came back, like they all had a drink at the bar, and I sat there and had a Diet Coke, and I got some fries. Alex and I split avocado toast and fries. We were so hungry, and the fries were so delicious. They were so good with ketchup and ranch dressing. And so anyway, then we went up to the room, and Alex like looked at TikToks, and I laid down for an hour, and I woke up and I was exhausted, and I hadn't really thought about this before we went, But sitting in the car that long, I mean, I kind of thought about this with going to Nashville, because we're thinking about going to Nashville for our anniversary maybe. But like riding up there in the car, like really hurt my back. And then walking around, because we walked around for like an hour, really, I mean, the two of those together like really hurt my back. So I laid down, and when I woke up, I was just like, well, I could go to bed for the night. That's totally how I felt. And so Alex was like, well, what do you want to do like afterwards? Like after we go to the concert, because it'll probably only go to like 11 or 12. And our friends, like they had all paid to go to this Club Tao. And I said, babe, if you want to go, go. I said, but like I'm good just to see Swedish House Mafia. I don't need to see them back to back at, you know, 2 different places. Hey, how are you? Good. I said, I'm good. If you want to go, go. I said, I'll come back. I love a hotel room. Like, I love a hotel room. I said, I'll come back, and I'll put on my pajamas, and I'll eat my snacks, you know, my combos and my peanut butter M&Ms, and I'll watch something on my iPad, and I'll be completely fine. You go, whatever. So afterwards, we all got an Uber back, and then they dropped me off at the hotel, and they went to the club. And so Alex stayed out with them until the club closed, and then they all went back to their like room to like try to order room service, but room service was closed or something. So anyway, then he came back to the room, and I watched RuPaul's Drag Race Canada, and I ate my combos and stuff, and I loved kind of just sitting in the room. It was nice. It was a lot, I will say. Like, it was a really, really fun night. Like, I had such a great time, and we had really good seats at Swedish House Mafia. We were like 3rd row down, and like there was the floor where everybody stood, and then we were like if you were facing the stage, we were to the left, and we were the 3rd row, and it was really, really good. There were 2 opening acts, 2 opening DJs. We kind of just sat and talked through them because they were just okay. And then they came out, and Swedish House Mafia played for like an hour and a half. And so yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time. And that place is huge. That United Center in Chicago. I'd never been there before to any concert. I know tonight Lady Gaga is playing, I think at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Melissa and Jason are going to see Lady Gaga. I would like to see Lady Gaga, but I wouldn't want to drive up there to go to, you know. Anyway, there's this whole place, like they have the whole Uber situation like all figured out. Like at the United Center, it's like there's this tent that you go to, and there's like this line, and so you get in line, and then you like pull for an Uber, and then they give you like a number. It's like all like, I don't know how it all works, but the guy that brought us there was like, oh, it's so quick, you don't have to worry about it, whatever, you'll get an Uber really quick. So we get out, and we look at the line, and the line is like a mile long. And Alex was like, do you want to walk 2 blocks and try to get an Uber, or and so they were like, no, we're supposed to do this Uber line and whatever. Alex is like, I know that, but like if we walk 2 blocks, we can get an Uber from there, and then we don't have to fight the crowd and whatever. So they were like, if you want to do that, and you could tell that they kind of thought like, going back for more nail trimming.
I'm really dropping something off.
So just going back to her grandma's house. So you could tell that they kind of were like skeptical of whether or not like Alex's plan was going to work. We literally crossed the street, and this guy like pulled up, and he was like, are you guys looking for an Uber? And we're like, yep, let's go. And it was like, so because there were 6 of us, so we needed like a big Uber, you know. And so yeah, but it was fun. And then yesterday, I guess that was Saturday night, not yesterday I was talking about. So then yesterday, I think it was called the Lure Sea House or something like that. That 21C Hotel is really nice. It's like only 1 block off of Michigan Avenue. I think it's like Rush and something. I will say, though, this was interesting. I think the 21C in Louisville is nicer, like much nicer. And the other thing about it is that like you can go eat in the restaurant or go to the bar, and you can like get a drink and like walk around and look at the museum. Like, and the museum is bigger in Louisville too. It's like, it looks like you feel like you're in a museum. This just felt like they had some artwork up on the walls. But they wouldn't let you take like a drink out of the bar to like walk around and look at the museums and stuff. They were like, no, you're not allowed to do that, whatever, which I thought was kind of interesting, you know. I mean, that was kind of the appeal in Louisville, was you'd go to dinner at the restaurant Proof, and then you could get like a drink or a Diet Coke or whatever, or coffee, and like walk around and look at the artwork. I mean, it was fun, you know. It was like, that alone was just kind of a night of its own. So, yeah. So then yesterday we got up and took showers and got ready, and we already had our stuff packed, and then we checked out. We got a late checkout at noon, and we had brunch reservations at this place called the Hampton Social. I guess there's 2 of them in Chicago. There's like one in Nashville. I guess it's not like a national chain like McDonald's, but there's some in several cities. And so we went to it, and I had like looked at the menu, but I had looked at like the wrong menu. They had like a lunch and dinner menu and a brunch menu and all this kind of stuff. And there was a lot of fish on this menu too, and I was just like, God, I'm just like, what is it with this fish stuff, right? I mean, even when I wasn't a vegetarian, I didn't eat fish. And so she's back again. And so so we went to this place. It was so cute, you guys, so cute. And I was like trying to explain it to Tanya last night. I put it up on my Instagram story too. It like looked like something you'd see on like a beach on the East Coast or like in upstate Michigan. It had like a lot of the rope, you know, like that you see on the beaches, like the big rope. And then there was like driftwood everywhere, and they had like hanging chairs, and the windows they had these huge windows that were like all open. And everything was kind of like blue and white, and there was like a lot of like white like boarding, you know. It looked like something that you'd see like, I don't know, like something like, what was that TV show back in the day, that Dawson's Creek or something like that, or like a restaurant in Dawson's Creek, you know, in Wilmington, Delaware, or, you know, Michigan or Wisconsin. It just was very beachy looking. It was really cute, and very busy and very loud. So I was really craving breakfast food because I love breakfast food and I wanted to try something different. But they had this smash burger that you could get with Beyond, like the Beyond Beef, you know, like the plant-based beef. And I didn't really see anything breakfasty that looked that good, except for that they had these hash browns that I really wanted to try. Because the hash browns were like in a square this big, but I really didn't think like anything looked like it was. I wanted quantity, okay? I was hungry for quantity. And so one of our friends got the monkey bread to start, which is like cinnamon bread that you pull apart, and it was delicious. And so when the waitress came, I said to her, I said, so I'm a vegetarian, like I want breakfast, and she's like, oh yeah, we can do anything, you know, for you, whatever. And so she was like, there was like this one meal that was called like the Gatsby, and it was like 2 eggs sunny side up with like toast, and I was like, no, and she's like, and fruit, and I was like, no, that ain't it. So I was like, what about this Denver scramble, but take out the ham? And she's like, we can do that. And I was like, and just add some more cheese or something to it. She's like, oh yeah. And I was like, but I'm really hungry. Like, is this enough? She's like, oh, it's pretty big. Because on the menu, it didn't look like it was big at all. And I was hungry, and I was really worried about it. So it comes out, you guys. And I got a side of truffle fries with it, which I gave away to my friend Sam. I didn't even eat hardly any of the truffle fries. It comes out, and it's like this big, this Denver scramble, okay? And the hash browns are like this big. And they're like this thick, like massive, right? You guys, it was probably the best, like, egg omelet kind of deal I have had in years. It was so cheesy. It was like cheddar cheese. It was so cheesy. It had like green peppers, and it had like onion, and it was so good. It was so unbelievably good. If you're looking for a brunch place in Chicago and you have never heard of Hampton Social or wherever they have them all over the country, I was so impressed with this place. They had a live guitarist playing. They had 2 different guys. They like shifted out halfway through. The one guy was like, they both did covers, but the first guy did like covers of like Lady Gaga and stuff like that, and the second guy did like covers of, my neighbor just walked across the street to get his mail. He's going to start talking to me in a second. Hey, how are you? he came out here when our friends were picking us up, and he always likes to be introduced to everybody and kind of know what's going on. And so I was like introducing him to all of our friends, and so then he starts out, he's like, so now where do you guys live and stuff like that. So anyway, he's really sweet. He's so nice. He's like, I'm gonna keep an eye on the house. I said, okay, thanks. He's like, now when are you getting back? I'm like, well, we have cameras all over the house now, but thank you so much. And he was like, no, I'm gonna keep an eye on the house for you. I go, okay. So anyway, he was like, now what time are you getting back? So if you ever are looking for a brunch place, though, the Hampton Social, I'm telling you, it was, and get the Denver Scramble. It was unbelievable. It was like super cheesy.
I want to hear about Chicago.
All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you tomorrow, okay? He was like, I want to hear about Chicago. So sweet, isn't he? And our friends were like, your neighbors are so nice. They're like, we don't even know our neighbors. I'm like, well, we do have some really nice neighbors. So, yeah, that was that. And then we left there. I don't even know what time we left, but it started like raining on our way home. And then we stopped in like Maryville, which is like the first big city like outside of Chicago, going to Indianapolis. They used to have the Star Plaza there. It's close to like Valparaiso. We stopped there and went to the bathroom and got like treats and stuff like that. My friend was like, he was looking at these potato wedges, and he's like, these potato wedges look so good, I'm getting some. I said, we just ate like this massive brunch, and he's like, I want some of these potato wedges. I was like, okay, get some potato wedges. So anyway, it was such a fun time. We had such a good time. We talked the whole way up there and the whole way back. I didn't read any of my magazines, which was the big joke of the of the weekend. But I have them here now. They're in the bathroom in case you want to, oh, is this my pizza already? It can't be. Oh no, that can't possibly be. My pizza is here at 20 minutes. There's a car that's pulled out. Oh no, it just dropped. I think she dropped my neighbor off. Or put something in their mailbox or something. I was like, there's no way the pizza is here this early. I mean, I would love it if it was, because I'm super hungry right now. So then we got home last night. Like I said, like, we got home like so late, and I brought my bags upstairs, and I unpacked everything like super quick. And put the suitcase away, put all the laundry, all the clean clothes away, and then like put a pile of like clothes to wash. And then I was like, I am laying down. I said, are you tired? He goes, my husband was like, Alex was like, I am so tired. And I was like, I'm gonna lay down. And so, and we got back late enough that we couldn't pick up Boo Radley until today. So, so I lay down. What time did I lay down? Talked to Tanya on the phone. I talked to somebody else. Talked to Tanya on the phone for a long time. And then it was like 9 o'clock. Yeah, I laid down about 9 o'clock, and I set my alarm for like 11:20. And I ended up waking up at, it looks like she's clipping sunflowers over there. And I was like, are those sunflowers? Golden globes?
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Globes, yellow stuff.
Oh, they're pretty. I was looking to see if my seeds that had fallen down here, my sunflower seeds, had started to grow yet, but I don't know if those are actually going to be the sunflowers or if I'm just imagining that or whatever. So, set my alarm for 11:20. Alex got up like halfway through my nap. And he made a pizza, a DiGiorno cheese pizza, and he watched some movie that he was recommended by TikTok. I don't know what it was called or anything. I think it was like some short movie or something. But he came up to bed right after that, because I was like, you didn't save any pizza for me. He was like, no, I didn't know you wanted any pizza. I was like, I'm hungry. So I said, how was your movie? And he goes, it was okay. It was kind of dumb or something. So I got up, and then he was going to bed because he had to get up early for work today. And then I was like wide awake. So I made a little cheese sandwich, and I have no mayonnaise, so except for the spicy mayonnaise, and I didn't want to put the spicy mayonnaise on there. So I put hummus in my sandwich. And then what else did I have? I had some leftover chips. I ate those. And then I watched, and while I was eating, and afterwards I came out here and watched the end of it, I watched RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. So I'm caught up on that. I'm caught up on RuPaul's Drag Race Canada. Friday night when I couldn't sleep, I watched the season finale of Loot. Oh, that was such a good show, you guys. I didn't like how it ended, but just because I didn't like what happened, but more will be revealed if it is renewed, which I hope it is. Oh, I should look and see if Loot was renewed. Was Loot renewed? Let's see. Loot has been renewed for a second season on Apple TV. There. Good. Apple's global comedy sensation. I don't know if I would call it a comedy sensation, but I do like it. But what I wanted to happen at the end of Loot and what happened were two completely different things, and that's kind of what I mean. But anyway, so I watched it on Friday. I still have Pretty Little Liars from this week to watch, and all of my Real Housewives and things like that. So, I'll do that. And what else do I have? I feel like I have some drama show to watch. Oh no, I think tonight? No, it's tomorrow. Only Murders in the Building comes on. Let's see, TV shows I'm watching. No, I just have Pretty Little Liars. And then all the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Dubai, Only Murders in the Building, Canada's Drag Race, Pretty Little Liars, and RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. So I didn't know what to watch last night, and I was like, I want to watch something. And Mel, my book club partner, and my cousin Caroline had both told me to watch Trainwreck, Woodstock 99. And it's this 3-part documentary, kind of like a true crime documentary, but not really true crime, but, documentary about Woodstock 99, this music festival, where they tried to, revamp Woodstock from, 69. I didn't really have any interest in watching this documentary, just because, it has, to do with, music documentaries and stuff like that, it has to be, very specific. I wore this watch today that I almost never watch. A couple years ago, I wanted to get, a black matte watch. I got it at All Saints. I hardly ever wear it. What do you think? I like it, though. But anyway, it's a little loose on me. That's the only thing. But I kind of like my watches loose. I don't like it when they just, sit, right here. But this could probably have a link taken out of it, and it would be fine. I don't love, music documentaries unless it's about somebody that I absolutely love. I would watch one on Janis Joplin, Little Girl Blue. I loved that documentary. And I was actually thinking last night, I haven't watched a document, because they talk about Jimi Hendrix in there. I was, thinking to myself, I haven't watched a documentary on Jimi Hendrix, but, I knew that, because when you read the synopsis, it's about, Korn and Kid Rock, who was just here in Indianapolis, by the way, and Limp Bizkit, just bands that I'm just not that interested in, and I never really liked their music that much. There's a woman that always walks with her husband, and she always wears a long skirt, but it's not for religious reasons. It's always a very floral skirt or fashion skirt. And I love that they walk. And he walks back and forth at night, late at night with a flashlight. He literally walks the same, just strip of our street. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because sometimes when I'm sitting out here watching TV, at 1 o'clock in the morning, he'll just I'll see the flashlight and he just swings it and he walks back and forth. But anyway, so last night I was I don't have really anything to watch. So since 2 people have told me this is really good, I might as well watch it. So I started watching it. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god, it is so good. I was blown away. To be honest with you, what surprises me the most is that this took place in 1999. And I don't know if maybe I just wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the world at that time or whatever, but for this being such a crap show of what happened, I mean, it was tragedy, absolute tragedy of what happened at this music festival. I mean, we think about Astro World and stuff today. I mean, I don't think anybody died at Woodstock 99. If they did, they don't say that in the show. But, I mean, so many people were injured and worse. I'll let you watch it. But I just was kind of... It stopped. I just was kind of surprised that I don't remember anything about this. Like, I don't remember the news coverage of it. I don't remember people talking about it. And it was horrific. I mean, it was absolutely horrific. So... The interesting thing was, no, I won't say that because I don't want to ruin it, but the people's, like, they interview several people that were there in 1999 that were like teenagers, and they interview them today, and their perception of, like, how it had affected their life, like, as far as it being, like, a good experience or a bad experience, and they talk about that at the end, was really interesting to me. But yeah, there was, like, no accountability from, like, the promoters of the show and stuff like that. I also was really interested, honestly, you know, we, like, I think because... I'm thinking a lot, like when I was watching it, I was thinking a lot about Astro World and Travis Scott and stuff like that. Like how much negative press he got for all of that, and rightfully so. Well, at Woodstock 99, like, the lead singer, Fred Durst, is that his name, of Limp Bizkit, and, like, Anthony Kiedis, like, people were literally setting fires out in, I mean, major fires were setting fires out in the middle of this, dangerous fires, setting fires in the middle of all of this. And the promoter asked Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he was like, can you go down there and quiet this down? And Anthony Kiedis was like, they're not going to listen to what I say anyway. Okay, well, that's one thing. And then he goes out there and they play Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And it was just like, I mean, some of these musical artists just perpetuated what was already happening and made it worse. I mean, definitely Limp Bizkit. Korn was interesting. They kind of, and especially the lead singer of Korn, really kind of understood the power that they had standing on that stage with 250,000 people. Gavin Rossdale from Bush, like, talked about, like, how scary it kind of was. Sheryl Crow, you could tell she was really impacted by it. Like, she got cattle called and stuff. I think really the person that was, like, the most affected by it was Jewel. Jewel and the MTV, like, what do you call it? What are those people? I can't remember their name was back then, but they were the people that, like, you know, covered it. They were like the news people from, this is so cute, across the street. So, like, 3 of my neighbors that were walking have now stopped my neighbor, and they're, like, looking at her garden, and she's, like, showing them all of her new plants and stuff like that. It's so cute. But, like, the MTV people and the journalists were, like, really scared. Like, really, really scared. And there was a point when, like, they started throwing stuff, like, change, batteries, and stuff like that. I mean, and it's horrible. Like, these people had no clean water that were there. They had paid $150 a ticket. They had no clean water. They had no food. The food was, like, they price gouged everything. And so, it just was horrific. They didn't have any clean places to sleep. They had no place to get out of the sun. I was kind of thinking about all of this. I was thinking about, like, TanaCon, you know, and TanaCon was, like, one day, and, you know, she got so, like, blasted for, like, you know, being out in the sun and all this heat and whatever. And this was 3 days of people being in 100-degree heat with, like, no clean water. I can't remember, the guy at the end, he was like, There's so much. I'm like definitely not ruining it for you. Watch it, and there's so much more. The guy from the health department, he came in and took water samples the night before, like on Saturday night, and on Sunday they came in and the room stank so bad in the lab where they had the water samples because there was feces in the water, and it like the samples had been contaminated. And so what he knew was that all of these people that had been washing themselves, drinking this supposedly clean water all weekend, were drinking water that had like human feces in it because there was no like cleaning apparatuses. It just was horrific. And it was all because these 3 promoters wanted to make all this money. What was interesting to me was that at the end, one of the guys was like, they pulled us all into a room, and like, and these kids that were like assistants and like stage managers and all this kind of stuff, like they at the time were like in their early 20s, and now are like in their 40s or 50s or whatever, right? And so what would that be, 99 to 19, so it's been like 23 years or something like that. And so they're older now, right? And like they have a different perspective, but like even at the time they were like, this is not good, like this is they tried to tell these people, the promoters, and they just like didn't listen to them. And so that Monday when they all pulled them into a room, they had to sign these NDAs. And what was interesting to me is I was like sitting here watching this, although this main promoter, the guy that he also did Woodstock 69 when he was real young. It said that he passed away like 3 months after the interview was done. But like, if you sign these NDAs, why are you able to talk about it so freely in this documentary? I mean, they really talked about it freely in this documentary. So if you guys are looking for a good documentary, I would highly suggest Trainwreck, Woodstock 99. I watched that last night, and I really thought I was just going to watch like one episode of it, and I ended up staying up and watching all 3 episodes because I was like that into it. And I can't even begin to tell you like all of the stuff they show. They go and they show all the planning behind the scenes. They go in and they interview a lot of people that were at the festival then, and it's just super interesting. So yeah, it was a good documentary. I wonder if they like, you know, like how sometimes they email you and tell you that your pizza's on the way. I wonder if my pizza's on the way. I'm so hungry. Come on. Oh, I don't know what we're going to watch first. So we had marriage counseling tonight. I took my Uber over there. I always get real worried because I like go to like order an Uber and then it says like 17 minutes away. I'm like, I'm not going to get to the appointment on time. Why is it not pulling up the newest emails? And so I was like, I'm not going to get to the appointment in time. And so, and it's really close to where Alex works, so there's no reason for him to come home and pick me up. And so tonight I just kept on like going, like looking for, confirming a ride or looking for a ride or whatever. And finally it was like, this guy is like 5 minutes away. I was like, oh my God, thank God. So nice. He was this guy from Germany. He had moved here like 25 years ago. He was telling me all about like, he had all of his kids and he'd been married all this many times. And I like when they're like, the drivers are talkative. Like, I don't like when you get in a car. It seems to me, like I was telling him this because I said, does it bother you when like the like passengers are like talkative? He was like, no, not at all. I said, does everybody talk? He was like, no, some people just get in the car and just like talk, you know. Caroline said she likes to take Ubers because she feels like a celebrity. So I'm like, Caroline. She's like, what? I do. Caroline, like, she won't go to, like, a girlfriend's house and even have, like, a sip or two of wine, and she Ubers home and just gets her car the next day. So she takes Ubers all over the place. So But like I was telling him, I said it's interesting because like with young kids, like when I get, not young kids, but when you get like Uber drivers that are like in their younger 20s, like they don't really usually talk a whole lot. Maybe it's just because I'm older, I don't know. But they're usually not real talkative. But like the older ones that are like closer to my age, although I thought he was close to my age, and then he said his daughter was 42, and I was like, I thought you and I were close in age. He was like, no, not at all. I have a 42-year-old daughter. But sometimes like the younger ones, like they don't, like they just have no desire to talk whatsoever, which is their business, right? Like, do you, I guess. I just think it makes it go faster. He did say this to me though, and I hadn't thought about this. He was like, when I'm like going on like roads like this that are just like, you know, easy, calm roads, he's like, it's really easy to talk. He was like, but like when I'm downtown, he's like, or I'm dropping somebody off at the airport, he's like, I don't really like to talk a lot because I like to pay attention to what I'm doing to make sure that like I know where I'm going and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, that makes total sense. But he's like, I really like to get to know people, and people are so friendly. And I was like, oh. He was a really nice guy. Okay, I'm like a half an hour out from my pizza. I'm so excited! Excited for my deep dish pizza. I thought I posted. I guess I didn't post this. The hell? Watch. Okay, so I posted this. Damn it. I posted this. Okay. I thought I posted my Jeffree Star video that I did for today. I didn't make it public. This is Peter being a total idiot. I didn't make it public. But I posted it on Twitter, and everybody's saying, it says your video is private for me, not in my feed either, and I'm subbed to notifications. The video is not in the feed. Okay. Delete tweet. So I don't look like an idiot. Now, let's... It's getting hot in here. Now let's make it public. Okay, here we go. Okay. I forgot to... New... You guys are getting to see the real deal. New video. Okay. What are you guys doing tonight? Do you know what I was just thinking sounds so good? Is chili. Real thick chili. With oyster crackers, garlic bread, maybe like an apple crisp, with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh my god, that sounds so good. And okay, my Mr. Wasp friend, let me show you this right here. He has a new entry to his, can you guys see this? Oh, shoot. He has a new entry right there to his house, which I'm not very happy about that, because he now has 3 entrances to his house. I don't know why I don't know why he thinks he's so fancy that he needs 3 entrances to his house, but he doesn't. So he's getting closer and closer, and today I was sitting out here, and he like flew right up here and then like flew back down there and went down to his house. Apparently when they fly down into their holes, they don't kick it like literally, but like the dirt and stuff comes back up, which is why around wasp holes you see, I don't know if somebody left this in a comment or if I read this online. I feel like I read it online and somebody left a comment. I don't know. But that's why you see dirt piles around areas, and that means like those are entrances to the wasps' holes. And so there's 3 of them right around here. There's 1, 2, 3. He has 3 holes. I kind of like, and this is where this is how I constantly like thanked myself, and people think I'm strange. So like I imagine like a wasp house down there, okay, with tunnels, and like there's furniture, like there's a kitchen, there's a wasp kitchen, and a wasp bedroom, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's like all these layers and tunnels underneath the ground down there. Do you guys ever think that way? Now, unlike Mrs. Birdie and her babies that left us high and dry. Oh my God, my fern, I need to water her so bad. She's like this. She's like, please water me. I'll water her as soon as I get off here. But anyway, I've kind of given up on my plants for the summer. I'm kind of like, summer's almost over. Okay, I can't even figure out the weather anymore, let alone the watering. If I water them, it's like too much. If I don't water them, it's not enough. I can't figure it out. So anyway, but like, unlike the Mrs. Birdie and her babies, I will not be making sleeping bags for Mr. Wasp and his family. I don't. They don't need all that. Okay, they need to go. They need to go away and leave me alone for good. I'm over it. I still need to clean these weeds up along here though. Maybe I'll get to that sometime this week. Caroline and I are hanging out this week. We're supposed to have a pool day. I hope it's on a day that's nice outside. The weather says it's 77 outside right now. Feels, or 77, partly cloudy. Feels like 77. Tomorrow is supposed to be 81. Wednesday is 81 and sunny. Thursday is 81. A mainly sunny sky. 81 degrees. Friday, 83, sunshine and some clouds. So that could be a pool day too. And then next week it's supposed to be rain and clouds and upper 70s. And what's going to happen is it's going to be, hey, it's going to end up being in September when the pool is closed. And then it's going to be real nice and sunny. Okay, you guys, you want to know what show I wanted to watch? I was actually like watching the preview for this last night, and then I realized that it was the 3rd season, because I really kind of like, this is so corny, but I liked that Boo Bitch show that was on Netflix. Just, it was kind of corny, and I watched so much dark stuff that I was like, okay, to like maybe every 2nd or 3rd show to like watch something that's just kind of like fun. Like when Alex went out with our friends to the club the other night, I was like in the hotel room. I was going to watch like some really dark movie or something. I was going to watch actually Black Phone on Paramount or whatever it's called. And then I thought, well, he'll want to watch that too. So I'll save that for him. Because I think it's on Paramount Plus, or what's the other one? Peacock or Paramount, or one of those. So then I was going to watch like some drama show, right? Like Ozark. And I thought, just watch something fun. And so that's when I watched Canada's Drag Race. And, which, by the way, Canada's Drag Race and Drag Race Down Under this season, which are both on Wow Presents, which is an app that you can pay, like, I think it's like $6.99 a year, $12.99 a year, or something like that to have. And they have tons of stuff. They have, like, everything RuPaul's Drag Race, so many different shows on there. It's really great. If you love the RuPaul's Drag Race world. If you don't, then it would be a waste of money, obviously. But anyway, I was looking for like new shows to watch, and number 1 right now of top TV shows in the USA Today is a show called Never Have I Ever. Okay, and so I was looking at it. I was looking at the preview for it, which looks really good. But it's by that. Hold on a second. What's her name? Mindy. I don't know why I can't think of her name. Mindy Kaling, is that her name? She was in that one show. I can't remember what that show was called. But anyway, she's hilarious. So it's about this girl that's like not really popular and she wants to be popular and whatever. But it's on season 3 already. Like, I don't know that I have the commitment to watch 3 seasons. So can somebody tell me if Never Have I Ever is good? Because I don't know. I don't know which one. I don't know what to watch next. Does anybody have a good suggestion for me of what to watch next? The stories behind the headlines. What's House of Secrets? Oh, that was 2021. I don't know. That looks really sad. Oh, see, he dropped his wife off and now he's walking. She must have gone home. She was like, enough of this. Just walking in skirts. The Pharmacist. That was such a great documentary. Dirty John. I never watched that. I heard that was great. Do you ever wish you could watch stuff over again? Like, I mean, well, sure you can, right? But, like, have never watched it before, like, Making of a Murderer. Like, that was such a great documentary. Alex and I binge watched that. If you like the Fire Festival stuff, that's very much what the train wreck, the Woodstock, reminded me of. Is this my pizza? It's my pizza. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Took the pizza and I got a salad, got a Greek salad. And Alex got a pizza. He got a... What kind of pizza did he get? He got a cheese, large, New York style round pizza. I got a deep dish, Chicago style deep dish, pineapple and onion. And then I got a Greek salad with dressing. And it was so funny because the guy that brought the pizza, he was so nice. And I was like, how are you doing tonight? He's like, I'm tired. I said, oh, do you have many more to do? And he goes, no, you're my last one. And I said, oh, okay, great. He was really, really nice. And then my neighbor across the street, she goes, guess what I'm having for dinner tonight? And I go, or guess where I'm going to dinner tonight? And I go, where? And she goes, to your house, because I love Jet's Pizza. So I'm going to get off here now. And I'm going to go and put on my sweat shorts. And then, oh, we also got Boo Radley tonight. Little Boo Radley is home and he's very, very sweet. He had a bath and he has this bandana on, which has like some glitter in it. And the glitter got like all over my shirt. But little Boo Radley is home. Little Boo Radley. And we missed him. So he got a bath and he smells all good. And he's very, very happy to be home. He came home and he like ran all around and all that. So anyway, I'm going to get off here now. Oh, it's going out of focus. So I'm going to get off here now. I need a thumbnail. Let me get a thumbnail. There. And I'm going to title it something like, We Need to Talk. We need to talk. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. And I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. I missed you guys. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, I can't remember. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3 and most importantly, reach out. Don't forget to reach out to somebody and let them. I always forget. Don't forget to reach out to. Oh my God, that guy just like went speeding by on one of those little glider things. And number 3, and most importantly, don't forget to reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Anybody, just let them know how much they mean to you. It could really change their day and really brighten their spirits. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out on the porch with me tonight. It's been a blast. And I will see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. I love you, and I will see you then. Bye. Love you. And for those that need to hear it and those that want to hear it, what do I say? Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And for those that need to hear it and those that want to hear it and those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.